What is going on, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of the ER number one podcast. This is already episode 6, everybody. So, for all you, firstly, now everyone you who is tuning here in the reaction channel. So there's people here that's currently tuning in the reaction channel. There's currently people that's tuning in the Spotify, and there's people tuning in SoundCloud. I got some bad news for your SoundCloud, for the people who's tuning in to SoundCloud. This might be the last podcast of the SoundCloud because I've been having some troubles on SoundCloud, and plus SoundCloud ain't really that free, and like it only gives you like a limited time to record, so it only makes like my podcast like short, so SoundCloud might not be it. But good news, a replacement might be happening. Apple Podcasts. Instead of SoundCloud, might be changed to Apple Podcasts. But we're not sure about that. We'll see about that. But if you guys just want to stick with Spotify and reaction channel, it's fine. Oh wait, this cough, guys. Everyone's getting sick nowadays, guys. I don't know why. Everyone's just getting really sick. Well, even my school, everyone got a little sick and everything. By the way, guys, what did you guys have for your lunch, guys? I had a really good lunch. I had some Chinese. Well, the Chinese wasn't sitting well for me. I had fried rice and a lot of orange chicken. Guys, who loves orange chicken here? Raise up your hand if you love orange chicken, even though I can't see. Oh wait, I see you. You're raising your hand, right? I see you raising your hand. I see you raising your hand. Raise up your hand if you like orange chicken. Yeah, I see you raising your hand. I see you. I see you. Oh, you're not raising your hand, but I see you raising your hand. Who likes fried rice? I see you. I see you raising hand. Oh, why are you not raising your hand? Raise up your hand. And who likes chicken teriyaki? Oh, a lot raises hand. I see a lot of people raising their hands. So, why aren't you raising your hand? Hey, raise up your hand. Raise up your hand right now. Hey, what's your name? Jake? Raise up your hand now, Jake. Don't tell me how I broke the fourth wall. But yeah, I broke the fourth wall. Anyway, so boom. It was just a normal day until it wasn't. So boom, it was just a regular Wednesday. It was computer class. I walked in late, trying to look innocent like I didn't just run down the hallway. The room got that dry keyboard smell. Everyone logging into their computers, playing cool. The teacher low-key checked out. Sitting at the desk doing tasks or something, I sit down, fire up my computer, and get ready to pretend to work on Microsoft Excel like we're not all gonna secretly playing games in a split screen. Hey, you know, that one kid. And then there's this one dude, let's call him Darren. You know, it's always a Darren. Now, Darren has been different. Loud when it's quiet when it's loud. Always clicking too much. He sits at the back near the wall, like acting like he's doing work. But we all know Darren ain't never opening a real assignment in his life. Seriously, he never opens an assignment. Like I can check his like work right now. It's all missing late. I don't think has he even completed anything. So today, Darren's got that suspicious energy. Screen tilted, volume low, hoodies up like he's hacking the Pentagon. Me? I'm not paying attention until I hear the gas. They slip up. The headphones unplug. Suddenly, bam! A sound blasts out of Darren's computer speaker. A sound blasts out of Darren's computer speaker. Not a music, not a YouTube ad. It's the kind of sound that makes the entire room freeze. You know the sound. And if you don't, you're too young to be in the class. It lasted 1.7 seconds before he yanked the cord out of his backpack, slammed the laptop shut, and went dead silence. But it was too late. Everyone head turned. My whole soul left my body. The room smelled like guilt and fear, especially the teacher. Now the teacher mode activated. The teacher looks up so fast it gave her neck whiplash. What was that? Dead silence. Darren staring at his black screen like he betrayed him. I'm sitting there trying not to laugh out loud or explode from secondhand embarrassment. She walks over to his desk like a boss fight loading. Darren says, it was just a pop-up ad. A pop-up ad? Bro, that was a production. That was no ad in the sound. That was rated get expelled. The damage control. Now here's the damage control. Teacher takes his laptop, whole class pretending to do the work while whispering across the rows. You heard the like, yo, what was that? Was that what I think it was? The boy cooked himself. He's done. Cancel Christmas. Darren's face went blank, like he mentally left the building. Then came the worst sentence you can ever hear in like your whole entire life. We're calling your parents. Have you guys? Okay, now this is actually true. Have you guys ever did something bad and you said we're gonna call your friend? Actually, it happened to me like 1 or 2 times. I don't know what I forgot what I did, but she was like, "Well, I'm calling your parents." But end up in reality, they just do that just so that they can trick you. Like they call my parents 1 time only, but the second time they just try to trick me into doing my work. You're like, if you don't do your work, I'll call your parents. They just trying to make you like quick do your work or something. So then Darren gets walked out of class. Nobody speaks for like 5 minutes. Even the keyboards got quiet. Then someone starts coughing to hold in laughter. One dude at the front of the silent dabs. I'm trying so hard not to fall off my chair laughing. So for the rest of the week, he's the talk of the school. People call him Tabs. And the kid yelled, headphone check, every time someone walked into the lab. And Darren came back the next week after nothing happened. Wore sunglasses indoors and said, I got hacked. No, he didn't, Darren. So yeah, more of the story. If you're watching stuff you shouldn't be watching, don't do it in school. I'm definitely not on the school Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi? What the hell is wrong with my accent, bro? What the hell is wrong with my accent? Wi-Fi? Oh my god, I'm starting to become like Texas now. What am I in Texas? Texas? Porner. Hey, Porner. I'm gonna get a little trouble here. Sound like Sheriff Toadster from Garth and the Band Band. You guys know that reference, Sheriff Toadster from Garth and the Band Band. And definitely not on the school Wi-Fi. And definitely not with your volume on max. I came to computer class to chill. I left with trauma and a story. So that was the #1 podcast where I survived awkward chaos so you can hear it in HD. So that was what was happening after that. Well, what am I telling you? After the teacher called the parents, let me tell you what happens after that. So Darren's get escorted out of the classroom. So this is when the teacher said, I'm gonna call your parents. So Darren gets escorted out of the classroom like a criminal on Law and Order. The teacher got his Chromebook in one hand, his phone in another. Meanwhile, the rest of us sitting there pretending to work, but really texting a whole group chat like, bro, he's cooked. She's calling his mom. He's gonna be homeschooled after this with like the dead emoji. Some people are trying to keep a straight face, but you can literally feel the second-hand embarrassment leaking through the walls. And you know when the school calls home during the day, and that's when your parents pick up on the first ring and already mad. And I don't think we even the first ring. I did like half the ring. Like, hello, like that. And then this is when the office of our teacher talk. Word spread fast. By third period, even Mr. Jackson from history class wasn't like, did y'all hear what Darren did in Mrs. Kellerman's class? I heard a lunch lady whisper under her breath while handing out fries. Poor kid. He's never coming back from that. People started making nicknames. Darren Hub, incognito mode, volume max, Mr. Don't forget to wear your headphones. One dude even started wearing a shirt that said Control plus Alt plus Delete Darren. The next day, he returns with a new personality. Now here's the thing. Darren came back the next day. I thought he'd be absent for a month. I thought he'd from school. I thought he moved to another state. I thought he moved to Canada. I thought he moved to another country. I thought he moved to anywhere. I thought he moved to like Connecticut or something. I don't know. I thought he'd be homeschooled. Nope. Bro walked in. Bro walked in like nothing happened. Hoodie up, new AirPods, walked to his desk in slow motion. The room got quiet like it was a funeral. He sat down, opened his laptop, and never plugged in headphones again. He was typing so hard that it was illegal, like he was writing a legal apology. Detention and a tech contract. So turns out Darren had to serve 2 weeks of after-school detention, and they made him sign a technology agreement contract when he promised to only use internet for educational purpose. That he's gonna suddenly become a scholar. One day he told me, bro, they even blocked the calculator website. I can't do anything. Guys, by the way, guys, let's pause for a second. The school Wi-Fi, my school Wi-Fi blocks everything, bro. My school Wi-Fi blocks everything, bro. The only website they don't block is YouTube. But all the games website, they just block it. I mean, I'm glad they didn't block YouTube on my Wi-Fi. Because if they blocked YouTube, I don't even know if I'll be here to this day. Anyway, so Darren told me like, bro, they even blocked the calculator website. I can't do anything. That Chromebook was so locked down, he probably needed a retainer scan just to open a notepad. So his new life, school legend status. Darren became a meme. Teachers side-eye him during lectures. Students warned others like, check your volume. Don't be like Darren. Double check the headphones, bro. Darren ruined it for all of us. He never lived it down. But he leaned to it, started cracking jokes by himself. One day, during a tech presentation, he raised his hand and asked, does this really have sound? Whole room broke down. At that point, we didn't hate Darren. We respected the comeback. So, yeah, Darren learned the hard way. School Wi-Fi ain't private, and your volume is not your friend. It's your enemy. And if you're trying to be sneaky in class, just know, one slip and your entire high school career becomes a meme. And this was the #1 podcast where other people mess up and I just, tell the story. So that was the story. But remember I said they had a 2 weeks detention. Well, this is what happened during the detention. So the first day of detention, instant regret. So Darren pulls up to after school detention on a Wednesday. Backpack dragging, hoodie up, whole vibe say, I don't want to be here, man. The classroom quiet, real quiet. The kind of quiet where you hear your thoughts, and Darren's were probably screaming. It's him and like 5 other people. One kid who fought during lunch, one girl who skipped PE for the 3rd time, and someone who brought a vape to English class. So yeah, elite company. The teacher watching over Mr. Doyle, ex-coach, bald, never smiles. The kind of guy who says phones in the bin and means it. So now, write an essay about your action. Mr. Doyle goes, each of you will write a 1-page reflection on what you did and why it was wrong. Darren looks at him like, you want me to explain that in an essay? He opens Google Docs and stares at the screen like it personally offended him. After 10 minutes, I kid you not, this is what he types. I learned that volume should be checked before opening certain websites. Bro. That joke that got him more time. After an hour of awkward silence and clicking keyboard, someone asked, yo, Darren, was it really that loud? Darren, without thinking, pulls out his phone and plays the same sound in the middle of detention. On purpose. On purpose. Not an accident. On purpose. Mr. Doyle stood up so fast, I felt like the earth tilted. He marched over, took Darren's phone, and said, congratulations. That's another 2 days. Darren just said, no, worth it. Now this is the cleanup punishment. So the next day, Mr. Doyle said he's tired of disrespect. No more writing. Now they're just doing cleanup duty. So Darren ends up wiping down the desk with a spray cleaner that smelled like expired lemons. The same kid who was out there watching adult cinema in class is now disinfecting chewing gum off a chair. He looks at the girl next to him like, this is the character development. She replies, this is karma. Now this is where Darren's hit the rock bottom. Day 4 detention. Darren comes in early, hair messed up, phone already taken by his mom. Whole man humbled. He sits down, starts helping another kid with math. I asked him why he's being helpful. He says, if I gotta suffer, might as well level up. That's the day Darren stopped becoming a meme and started becoming a myth. So yeah, Daryl went from volume too loud to detention icon. He served 5 days in prison. He served five. I almost said 5 days in prison. Bro, 5 days in prison. What the hell am I thinking? I mean, 5 days, earned two extra, and somehow left respected. Was he still reckless? Yeah, but now that's type of all this. That this was the number one podcast where the legends fall and somehow bounce back even far funnier. So, what happened to him after he got home? Like when he first got caught. What happened to him when he got home? Oh, long story short. So Darren gets off the bus with his soul halfway gone, hoodies up, eyes low. He knows what's waiting for him. Judgment. They got the school already called, and it's not just a casual call. It's the type where the teacher starts with, "We have a serious We need to have a serious conversation about your son." He opens the front door. Darren? Just that one word. He freezes. You can already see his future right in front of him. A funeral and his grave that says Darren from 2000 and I don't know what the birth date is to 2025. His mom standing there in the kitchen like a final boss with a phone in one hand and the interrogation. Mom mode maximum. She doesn't yell, not at first. That's how you know it's serious. Then she goes, "What did you watch in school?" Darren tries a classic excuse. "It was just a pop-up, Mom. It was just a pop-up, Mom." She raises one eyebrow like, "Oh, really?" So the whole class is imagining it. Then she drops out the ultimate line. "You embarrassed me. I had to leave work for this." At that point, Darren knew he was cooked. Darren knew he was absolutely cooked. Now this is the punishment. Device gone, door gone, life over. Let me break down what she took. Chromebook confiscated, phone locked in like a cabinet or safe. Door to his room removed. Yes, she took down the whole door. PS5 back in the box. She unplugged the Wi-Fi one night just out of principle. She made him sit in the living room, read a real book with pages. Here's the worst part. Family shame. Wow, I'm getting worse with cough, man. I might be sick after this. I might be getting sick after this. Oh, I want me to stay. Oh, I want me to stay. Oh. But here's the worst part. She told his uncle, and his uncle told the whole WhatsApp group chat. Suddenly, aunties were like calling like, "Hey, yo, Darren, or what you watching at school? Tisk, tisk." Family friends started dropping sarcastic advice like, "Next time you want to learn biology, ask a teacher, not the internet." His younger cousin made a meme. His grandma said she was gonna pay for him. The damage was generational. So yeah, Darren thought getting caught in school was bad, but going home, that was the real war. Most part, if your mom has a WhatsApp group, don't get caught slipping because your whole family tree will know before you even get home that this was the number one podcast where school drama follows you all the way to the living room. Now, the final chapter. Back to class. But he's not that guy. So it's been a week since Darren got caught watching that video class, got directed attention, lost his phone, got disowned by his grandma, and basically became a living meme. But now, it's presentation day. Every student has to stand in front of the class and deliver a 3 minutes Google slide project about digital responsibility. Let that sink in. Darren talking about digital responsibility. This is like putting a raccoon in charge of food safety. Everyone's waiting for the chaos. We all show up early. You can feel the tension in the air. People whispering like, "Who think he's gonna own it?" What if you say sorry to the projector? Bro's about to get roasted in 8K. Not 4K. 8K. Even the teacher's low-key nervous. She's sipping a coffee like it's a stress reliever. Darren walks up. No slides, just vibes. Darren walks to the front of the class in slow motion. Hoodie off, hair comb, new shoes. Man looks transformed. He plugs in at the projector. No fancy transitions. No background music. Just a plain title slide. Why you should always check your headphones. The whole class erupted. Even the teacher face palms. But she's laughing too. And then Darren speaks, calm, real, kind of poetic. I messed up bad. I embarrassed myself, my mom, and probably the IT department. I learned a lot. Like the website not to click in a school with speakers on max volume. But the truth is, we all make mistakes. Mine just happened to be louder than yours. Even ends with, so yeah, always use headphones. And if you're not sure, just read a book, man. Mic drop. The unthinkable happens. He gets a 90. The class gives him an applause. No jokes, no roasting, just a real respect. And even if he says, well, that was surprisingly insightful, it gives him a 90 out of 100. Only took a scandal, detention, family shame, and a PowerPoint rejection arc. So yeah, damn fumble hard, but finished like a king. From chaos to clarity, from memes to mic drop, from you know what to you know who that is. That's whoa. I'm gonna end and I'm gonna end like this, bro. I'm about to end and I'm gonna end like this, bro. What am I thinking, bro? What is going on? This was the #1 podcast. And that was the Tale of Darren, Volume 100, Legacy Internal. You thought I'm gonna end the podcast, but okay, yeah, I'm actually gonna end the podcast right here, right now. Oh, I'm quite hungry, to be honest. Wonder what's looking forward to dinner. Oh, I've been grinding on my YouTube channel on FNAF Finance and Freddy's Secret of the Mimics and Parts of its Security. I've been grinding all day. Oh, 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 I'm hungry. That Chinese is not sitting well for me too. Alright, guys. I'm gonna end the podcast right there. Oh, what did I just step on? What the heck was that? What the heck was that? Okay. What are you guys? Okay, you guys can click off now. Why aren't you guys clicking off? I'm gonna go make dinner. Why you guys not gonna click off? Hey, click off. Oh, you guys want me to click? You guys want me to click off for you? Well, I'm quite tired. You guys can click off, like actually. No! Hey. I'm just asking you to click off. That's all. Just click it off. Just click off. Just click off, okay? Just click off. I'm fine with that. Just click off. Right now. Click off. Psst. Guys still here? Who clicked off? Who clicked off? Oh, I see many of you clicked off. This might be the longest podcast I ever made. I think most of my podcasts from now on might be like 1 hour or something. I don't know. Podcasts are supposed to be long. They are short form podcasts, but like, podcasts are supposed to be 2 people. But I couldn't find a good co-host, so you know what? The best co-host is you guys. I'm the host, and you guys are the co-host. I guess. I hope this podcast makes it go well, because usually people on their 5th episode of their podcast, they already failed. So somehow I'm managing to still be doing a podcast. So I don't know. Let's see. Alright, I'm actually gonna end the podcast right now. I gotta go. I'm actually gonna end the podcast right now. See you all. Goodbye, Reaction Channel people. Goodbye, SoundCloud people. Goodbye forever, I think. And goodbye, Spotify, and hello, Apple Podcast. What the hell?